Hello friends, the purpose of this video is to design Windows application to perform an addition of two numbers. The program is very simple. Addition of two numbers. So let me do it. Then we'll discuss about the exception handling also, and why we are using exception handling, that you will come to know. So the basic steps are to create Windows application project, then design window form, then write C# code. So let me create very new Windows application. So you'll come to know that. Let me select Windows Form application. Let me give here add Win application 1. Fine, and just click on OK. Now here you can see that the creation process is going on, and once it's over you will find window form. See, now it's up here. So you know the basic C# programming, so I have not discussed much, but once Windows form is there, let me design form. So I am quickly designing form to perform additions. I will not discuss much about the other part of design. So let me take two text box. The first text box, fine, this is for number 1, this is for number 2, and I need two labels also. So this is my first label. Fine, let me put up here first label. This is my second label, and let me change the property. This is number A, enter A, say enter first number. Fine, this is my enter second number, enter second number. I hope you know how to design Windows applications. I am not discussing much about this, but there are two text box that I have taken here, and now let me go through one more control, that is button. Where is button? Yeah, just click on this and just put it here. Fine, so this is my button, and let me change the text also. This is here sum, calculate sum. Fine, so this is my button. Now say here the user is going to enter first number here in the first text box, second text box, and click on the button. So in C# or in the code behind file, you are going to use text box content, second text box content, and this two content you are going to retrieve when the button is clicked. So I should know what is the ID name. So if you will just press properties window, if you go to the property windows, you will find text box 1. So let me write here text txt first, and the ID of this second is I am changing it to txt second. Okay, now let me change the ID of this also, because when you will just go to the as it here there is single button, but there are multiple buttons, you should know what code you are going to refer. So for that you require this. So let me write btn sum. Okay, and your purpose is to perform addition task when button is clicked. Fine, so just double click, so you will find, see the one method that says that when btn sum button is going to click, this particular code is going to fire. So let me write code here. So I know there are two variables, so let me write a, then a equal to text box 1 dot text, no, txt first dot text. See, when you will use this text box 1 dot text or txt first dot text, you can find the content is always in form of string. So even you have entered numeric value, but would be considered as string. So my first task is, I should convert this string to numeric form. So how should I convert that? So convert dot to integer 32 and just pass string as parameter. Then similarly you do it for b also. So let me quickly do it. This is b, this one is also b. Fine, then what you will do, then you will perform process c equal to a plus b. Then you want to display this c on the screen. So I can either display in screen or I can also display in message box. So let me write here, sorry, message box dot show, and I can write here the addition result is, and I can just concat the c dot to, only if I can write c also, automatically will concat. Fine. So this is my very simple program. Let me run it and then we'll discuss what are the possibility of error, and we'll tackle it how how we'll discuss how to tackle this. Very simple. Yeah. So let me run this program now. See, just by click on the start button, and here you can see that the building process is started, and once it's successfully compiled, now it will give you the output. So this is my execution output. Fine. Now let me enter here 10, 20, and let me click on the button. Yeah, answer is 20. Why answer is 20? Why is it so? So the problem is, when you simply done copy paste, then you can come to know here you have used textbox txt first, here also you have used text txt. So here you should change it to second, because the ID of second text box is txt second. Let me recompile and run. So again you can see that uh, out window form is on the screen. Let me enter 1025. Now you can 35. So yes, the first task is over, the addition of two numbers. Yeah, congratulations friends. Now second thing is, let me enter here 25, 25, and if you click on button, yeah, 50. It's working fine. No, let me enter some interesting thing. Say user is intentionally giving input, or by mistake feed this such kind of input 25 space, in very hurry he enter 25 and space. Fine. And just consider one of the input is like this, one or both, but ultimately when you click on sum, again it's giving 50. Fine. Okay, let me enter this possibility. Answer is again 50. Let me write a here. Oh, it's not giving output. See, now it's funny thing. It says that unhandled exception has occurred in your application. It says that for this possible input your application does not work, and if you will simply do continue, it will just go and do some task that you cannot do anything. Fine. So let me just do quit, because it's not going to perform this operation. So what should I do? So here my purpose is, when the task is let me show you in other way around, by tracing the application. Just put up the debug here. Fine. You put up the debug point here, run this, enter such possible alphanumeric input ABC 1 2 3, and here 25, and click on this. See, when you'll come here, you'll come to know that your first text box is ABC 1 2 3, and when you'll try to convert this into integer, exception will fire. See, at the time of converting this string to number, you are getting this exception, right? So what you should do, that the exception is what? Format cast exception. You see, look at this format exception. Fine. So during this casting process, conversion process, it gives the output. So what should I do? Okay. So there is a one possible input for which it generates the runtime error. So I will write this code in try and catch. Fine. So to handle such type of runtime errors, I should use the exception handling, and such code where there is a possibility of having runtime code should be written, should write within try and catch. So let me just do it. Yeah, this code should be in try, and at the end I am writing catch. I am writing in try and catch because there is a one possible input for which it fires the runtime error. So you should write only that code for which you want to handle the error, runtime errors, and want to perform action also. So I am just writing catch exception even. Let me write this and enter. Now here the possible instead of exception you can write no format exception, because as we have seen it was format exception, so you can write format exception and then even. So what does it mean? During this conversion process, if any error occurs and if it is format exception fires, automatically this block will execute. So let me write here, in that case I want to consider the value of 0 because conversion is not possible. Fine. And now let me do it again, we'll see what happens. So let me enter now some alphabetic information and then 25. Just click on this. Now see, output is 25. Why do output is 25? Now during this conversion the error occurs, and because of that catch block fired and the value of a considered as 0. So 0 plus 25 is 25. That's why answer is 25. Fine. So let me go ahead now. Once again, very quickly, similar things you should write for the B also. Fine. So I'm not writing it here, but one more possible case is, let me do execute and show you. See, let me enter very long number. Fine. All are integers. Let me say all are integers. It's valid integer number. Let me go here 23, and if you just click on this, again it shows exception, and now this time it shows the overflow exception. See, value was either too large or too small for an integer 32. That means now I should handle one more exception, that is overflow exception. So let me write here, for the same process there is a one more possibility of having error, and that time it's fire overflow. So I can use multiple catch also. So overflow exception even and enter, and in overflow I don't want to consider the same action. If it is a very large number in my application, I'll consider the largest number is 50,000. So I'll write here a equal to 50,000. Fine. A equal to 50,000 semicolon. Now if you will run this application, see what happened. Let me enter very large number here, very large number, and let me enter here 25. Now if you look at this, the output is 50,025. Why 50,000? Because of large number conversion, it fires exception, and it was overflow exception. So this overflow exception catch block, means respective catch block is fired, where in overflow exception means here a equal to 50,000. So value of a is 50,000 considered in this case. Now similarly, the same action to be done for this. If you feel that no, I know these two runtime errors, I don't know the other exceptions, so what you can do, you can catch the general exception at the end. So for remaining runtime errors, I want to consider value of a 0, or you can take some other action as you like. Fine. So this is the code that you required to write for every possible input. But see, I just considered in my window form there are 50 text box, 50 text box, so I cannot write such use code for every text box. So for that, what you can do, you can design a class where you can just put up this method and put up this code into the method and use it everywhere. So let me just do it very quickly. So just I'm doing right click on the project, add and class, just to class, click on class. Let me say class is my class. Fine. This my class, I'm going to design one public method, public static integer. Why integer, I'll tell you later. Let me say convert to integer. Fine. Where you are going to provide one string as argument. So let me write string number. Fine, like this. Now say here, what does it mean here? I am going to create one method convert to integer method, fine, which accept one string. So whatever is entered in text box, I'll pass it as argument here, Here I'll take one, I'll write the same code again, and whatever the final integer is there, either um, with action or without action, that I'll return back from this method. So let me just do copy and paste this code. So I'm just going to cut the code from here, and I'm going to paste it into my class. Okay, now here in this class the text box is not accessible, but here I can write number. So number which is given to this method I'm going to convert. Okay, if it is a valid integer number, as it is going to convert it and store into a. If there is some alphanumeric information or alphabetic information, in that case format exception will fire and will assign 0. In overflow it is going to assign 50,000. In some other possibility of runtime error, it's going to assign 0. Right, so this is the thing. So let me do one thing. What is it? Just finally whatever the value of a is finalized, that you just return it. So return a semicolon. Now this is the case. Fine. So this how to use this method. Fine. So let me go to my form, and now to addition I can do simple stuff. Integer a equal to what was the class name? My class. No, my class dot convert to integer, and I'll pass my first text box content as an argument to this, and see it's get done. Similarly, I am going to do it for B. So I should not repeat the same code for every text box. Fine. So you can call this method. So it becomes very easy. So let me write txt second. Fine. And I am not going to do this now. And see, the again program is very simple, where you are using your own method with exception handling to perform addition of two number. Let me run it again. Where you can see that building process is started, and once it executes, you can see there will be a two text box. You entered number 1, number 2, and just click on that. Okay, could not see because applicant error is there. See what is the error here? Recount 10. See, we cannot see any error in this class. Fine, there is no error. Then why it is so? So if it shows, what you should do, I'll tell you. Could not copy object to this. See, here there is some problem. Fine, can you see that? Where it's not related to the syntax error, it's something else. So in such cases you can just go to the build menu and rebuild it. So when you rebuild the project, and then again just execute. Fine. See, the reason was this one. See, the earlier execution was not stopped. So in that case you will get this. Let me stop this and re-execute this. Okay, so let me enter here alphabetic information, and here also alphabetic information, and just click on answer is 0, as you know that. Now let me enter here 145 and keep this second number as alphabetic information. The answer is 145, because while conversion of the second number, it would consider as 0. So 0 plus 145 is 145. Okay, now again let me enter some 25. Yeah, then it's fine. If you will not enter anything even, now let me do this. Okay, so it's giving 0. In earlier case, no, without exception handling, if you will not enter and click on the sum button, it will show the error. Fine. So thank you, friend. If you have any doubts, just contact me on kamal.patel@gmail.com. And if you want some other videos on specific topic, please write at my email ID. Thank you very much. Thank you.